Hey, it's Dr. Dan Ritchie, president of FAI, and I'm here again with Laura from PowerPlate. And I have several questions about why this piece of equipment for functional aging training. But for this video, I want to talk about functional ability. We say at the Functional Aging Institute all the time, it's not really about age, it's about functional ability. So you could be 40 and be old, right? You could
Right.
be 80 and be young.
Yes.
So it's not so much about chronological age, it's about functional ability. So tell us a couple reasons why the power plate can impact functional ability, extend functional ability, even enhance functional longevity, which is basically the ability to have functional ability for a long time.
Right. Honestly, for me, this is the best tool when I talk about working with the active aging and allowing for quality of life and that ability to live on our own, do the things we want to do, and really train for life, because we need to be able to walk up and down stairs. We need to be able to get up and down out of a chair easily and do the things we want to do for as long as possible. And the reason the power plate is so great at doing this is a lot of what we think of in traditional exercise can actually be maybe unsafe and or be something that my clients just simply physically cannot do. But to get them to be able to maintain bone density or muscle mass or sit down, stand up because of joint aches and pains, I have a hard time coming up with how can I get their body to physically be able to do this in a safe way or in a pain-free or at least pain-less way.
I think you're asking the question that so many trainers ask. How can I help someone exercise with great intensity, but also with great safety? Maybe talk a little bit about how the power plate allows us to train people way harder than maybe they could normally do because their joints can't take the pounding anymore.
Right. So, for example, a box jump. That's something that the majority of my clients, unless they are very young and athletes, cannot complete safely. I can simulate that same impact and the same benefits of that impact in a very impact-less way by having them stand on top of a power plate. And even with this particular unit, they can hold on to a column. So if they feel a little off balance, I can have those clients getting those same benefits of ground reaction force and the same kind of intensity in a very safe manner. The next thing that we think about is that circulation aspect of getting all of the blood deep into those muscle tissues and metabolic training. So sprinting or riding quickly on a bicycle is typically not feasible otherwise. But here on the plate, because our bodies are actually working very hard thinking that it's falling down, more muscles are actually working more often. That means our heart has to pump more blood to more muscles more often, so we are going to get a bit of metabolic training, again, without that same kind of intensity you would have by working on a treadmill, working on a bike, or doing plyometrics or some traditional kind of aerobic activity.
Right. One of the things that we have seen at our facility that we love about it is that our 80 and 90-year-old clients can use it, train at a much higher intensity for a short period of time, maybe just 5 minutes. But they get that benefit of that burst, high intense training that we're really not going to be able to do safely with someone in their 90s anymore. Right?
Correct.
It's like, I'm not going to get them to do jump squats, not going to get them to do jumping jacks. They're not doing burpees for us, but they can do a series of exercises on here, and they're like, wow, I can tell I worked really hard.
Yeah. Right? Absolutely. And there are a couple of side benefits. That idea of the circulation that I mentioned is actually going to hydrate those tissues, the connective tissue. It's going to make them feel more loose. As we age, everything starts to become a little less elastic. So this allows them to maybe, glide a little bit more easily. So rather than having to do a really long warm-up process to even get them to be able to work in those aerobic zones, I can shorten that whole warm-up and then working phase or metabolic phase by working on top of a power plate too. So it doesn't take as much time. I can do a lot more in a lot less time by working on top of a power plate.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's an absolute tool for, there's really no age, right? I think
my gosh,
clients in their 90s and even hundreds are going to benefit from this, even just 5 to 10 minutes a day. I think we need to see this in every retirement community across the country, let alone every functional aging training facility. I mean, I wholeheartedly believe in this because part of my philosophy is if we can get people to just do 10 minutes a day.
Yes.
And then if we magnify their 10 minutes, right?
Right.
By now we say, hey, we've just
Right.
doubled and tripled the intensity of what your 10 minutes are about, right? The circulation aspect,
Yep.
the bone density aspect, all the benefits that we know people need to functionally age well, this piece gives it to us.
Yeah.
Right? And it's very easy to use.
Yep.
I mean, we have 90-year-old clients that come in, they know what to do, they hop on, they hit the start button.
Yeah.
It's as easy as green as go. It's not complex
Right.
technology-wise, and they know immediately their knee's going to feel better, or
Exactly.
their legs are going to start getting
Yeah.
more circulation. They're going to be warmed up to do all the things they want to do in their workout session.
Yeah, and the Mayo Clinic even said just standing on it for 10 minutes is going to cause those thermogenic, that metabolic reaction.
Yeah.
So even if you have clients who simply like the first thing they want to do is just stand and get used to it
Yeah.
because they can't complete other movement patterns yet, there are going to be some massive benefits simply standing on top of the plate by getting that circulation going, getting that thermogenesis, that little bit of metabolic reaction.
Yeah, sure. Well, thanks for being here. Again, our goal always is increasing functional ability. So if we can extend and increase functional ability, the power plate really is a great tool for that. I think every facility should have it. So again, Laura,
Yes.
thanks for what you're doing at Power Plate.
Absolutely. Thank you.